Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. It's Lizzie the Lightworker here. Thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you for checking out my channel. I hope you'll stick around and like and subscribe. This is for Cancer Divine Female and a Leo Divine Male. And if you guys would like to see this in reverse, leave me a comment, but make sure you're subscribed. I won't do it unless you're subscribed. It's only fair. You know, guys, I like to keep this open to as many people as possible, but a lot of you ask for free readings and you're not subscribed to my channel. It doesn't feel really too fair to me. Okay, so just putting it out there. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just want to grow this far so everybody can get some type of healing messages out of what I'm doing here. Okay, I want to help you guys on your spiritual journeys and your spiritual growth. Okay, so we're gonna jump right in. Usually I like to get information about our divine female first, then our male. We talk about what are they doing, what do they need to do, how do they feel about this relationship. I like to pull out the messages for healing purposes, guys. What do you need to do? Not what you want to hear, what you need to hear, right? And we come down the middle, we talk about how they pair as a union and maybe some issues that they might be having or had, because we do talk about separations. 9 times out of 10 you guys are in separations, and we're going to jump right into it. So what's going on with our divine female? Okay, I feel like she's in a period of resting. I don't know if she left our Leo. To me, I'm feeling like this is a time for her to sort of get everything together in her mind, everything together, like about this union. Okay, what didn't work, what was good, what was bad. To me, this is her like sort of like maybe even hiding out a little bit. Like she's needing her time to reflect on this. She's needing her time to rest. She's also thinking about our divine male. Okay, I don't know if he left her or she left him. I will get more into that in detail. But to me, this is waiting for him to return. Okay, and putting it out there what she thinks she's going to need to do to get him to come back. Okay, to me, this is abandoning the whole situation. It feels to me like she may have left all this baggage behind. It just felt like she needed to get away from it. She may have given up on it. I know 9 times out of 10 with cancers, they still carry that torch, okay? They don't usually forget the past. They don't forget when they're hurt, okay? They don't forget if they loved someone, all right? It takes them a long time to get over it. But yeah, I feel like, you know, she may have felt like this was for the best, that she needed to move on. To me, this is also saying starting of a spiritual journey. So she may be coming into that energy where she knows she's got to do this and she's interested in doing it, and she's taking that leap forward, that courageous leap forward that, you know, she can only do for herself. So let's get into our Leo male. So I feel like he's sort of more thinking of clarity behind this whole situation. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna get you out of the sun here. He wants clarity. I feel like he wants clarity and answers. I feel like he's got a rather intense energy. I think he feels like he knows all, is a know-it-all a little bit, okay? I feel like he's a little bit of a know-it-all. He knows the best answers. He knows the way the relationship needs to go. He knows this, he knows that, okay? I don't need to go on all day. He knows it all, all right? And trapped in that energy, okay? And I feel like he tried to trap her in that energy, okay? Where she felt like at times he could have been verbally abusive, okay? He could have been saying things to try to keep her and not make her leave or make her go, okay? I feel like him too, though, he has to realize that this separation was completely necessary, okay? I feel like he was trying to keep her down. I feel like he was trying to control her. And I feel like he may have got her in a mindset where she thought she couldn't move or move on from this, and she felt trapped, okay? He's also trapped in an energy that is a little bit egotistical, okay? To me, this was the ending, that the whole thing needed to end, and realizing after the fact, okay? This is somebody who fights and argues and whatever, and they maybe say something hurtful, and they're sorry after the fact. Their words are their weapons, okay? they're always sorry after the fact. To me, this is saying that he may have gotten a taste of his own medicine, or he will, because I feel like something needs to happen to open him up completely to understand why this was not good, or why it wasn't working, or why he needs to get out of this energy. And also feeling like he could just be stuck in life, okay? That's another thing. He could just be stuck. He could be trapping himself in ideals or in ideas of the way he thinks he needs to be, or he could be trapped in ego. He could be trapped in wanting to control people, okay, and not having enough self-control for himself, okay? So there could be a little bit codependency here, where he thinks that if he tries to control somebody else, he doesn't have to deal with his shit, and he'll just continue to project it onto others, okay? I feel like he is very judgmental. I feel like he definitely thinks he can call people out on shit, and it makes him feel good. Okay, it does feed his ego to be right. There's a big sense of I'm right. I'm always right. You shut the F up. I'm right. Real nasty energy. Okay. So yeah, that would cause anybody to leave. And I think that was the right choice for our divine female. Okay. So let's see what happened. We'll go down the middle now. All right, he's going to come back and try to talk to her. I do believe at some point he's going to try to come back with a love. I feel like he's very immature, okay? There's something about immaturity. I don't know. He's like a mental 14-year-old, okay? I feel like ego, he wants to have his ego stroked. He wants to be Mr. Romeo. He wants to be known that he's Romeo. So he is going to try to come back at her with a new offer of love, okay? He's going to be like, hey, I got my shit together. You know you love me. He's going to try to woo her, okay? He's going to try to woo her. I don't know if it's going to be 100% pure. I feel like it's just an immature energy. I feel like he might even be younger than her. Not 100% on that, but that's my gut feeling. So yeah, he's going to try to come back with, oh yeah, you know you want me, and I want you. Just smooth talking kind of shit, okay, that she does not need to interrupt her spiritual journey, okay? I do feel like she's going to handle it appropriately. Now, if you don't know, Cancer, what to do, you need to be an assertive bitch, okay? Let your bitch come out. You need to be assertive. You need to say, look, this is what I want. This is what I expect. This is how I need it. My needs have to be met. This is what I expect, okay? You got to be an assertive bitch. And I know that's hard, and we don't want to be this way, especially when it comes to our twin and we're in separations and it hurts and it's just feels so misguided, the whole thing. This is an assertive position to take, okay? And using logic and intellect, using your rational mind when it comes to dealing with this type of a tactic that may come back at you from your twin. So you're going to want to take charge. You're going to want to say how you feel. Make sure you communicate really well the things that you felt were wrong and why you had to go. Okay, or why you're angry that maybe they had to go. Okay, but there will be a platform for you to speak against him, I feel like, or at him. So if he comes with this, and it could be towards the end of the summer, I would not even be surprised. I don't like to do predictive readings, but I have a feel of like a summary type thing here. But yeah, you need to assert yourself. Don't allow him to manipulate. Okay. Yeah, I feel like he will be totally defensive when our divine female takes this approach. Now, guys, I realize that this is also something that could have already played out, okay? So keep that in mind, too. But I'm feeling like with this assertive way, he's going to take it as an attack. He is going to try to counter the attack. He's going to pull out all kinds of shit and cross you and say all these things that are not even probably going to make sense. They're just going to be meaningless things that he throws out to protect that ego, okay? He feels like in competition for you. He feels like he's got to win all the time. He's got to be number one, okay? So her assertiveness is going to throw him sort of into a chaotic thing. And I feel like there's going to be a chaotic exchange of words. There's just not a lot of meeting eye to eye here, okay? So listen, this is what has to do with the separation. Their energies are not a match. They are in different energies. They need to work on different things, okay? I don't think she has that much work to do. I feel like this is our higher twin. He is the lower twin, unfortunately. Needing to work on that, I always got to be right bullshit, okay? And ego, and just that way. It's really hard to do. It's hard to accept yourself when you're not being the best, when you're being kind of a dick. You know, it is hard to sort of get out of that energy and want to change for people. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling like here, guys. I feel like, you know, if this all transpired too as well during the relationship, you know, I feel like she just had sort of a last straw kind of thing. She was fed up. I feel like she just wanted to leave this far behind. She did not want to talk about this anymore. It was too painful. It was emotional. I feel like she actually emotionally detached the best way that she knew how. And that could have also drove him a bit crazy as well. Yeah, it needed to end. When Death card comes up to me, that's saying it was the end of an era. So this played out the way it played out. Now, guys, don't forget, you chose when and where you were going to meet your twin. You chose it in the previous life before this life. What it was going to be like. You designed your contract. You both partake in that. So, you know, so you decided when separation was going to come and for what reasons, okay? And you're also here to help each other, okay? So our divine female could be the higher twin. Her part of her destiny is to help him realize how bad it is to stay in an imprisonment type energy, trapped in your own head, restricted, thinking that you can't do things, or treating people this way that you want to have control over them and manipulate them and trap them in your presence, okay, and being judgmental and having ego issues, okay? So that to me says an end of an era needed to be. This is part of what was planned to happen. And to me, this is our divine female who has a better energy to move on. So now again, I feel like if this conversation happens, okay, because I do see it happening and the fight happens here, I do think she's going to be the one to say, you know what? You have not changed. Not one bit. I want no part of this. Okay? I'm out. I'm out. And it will further put her down the line on her spiritual path. And I feel like she will feel some sense of peace, knowing that he will not change in this energy right now, okay? He might not change ever in this energy. I know, guys, it's not what you want to hear. It's what you need to hear. I know it's painful, and I know it's hard to hear this. I'm not saying it to be like, oh, ha, ha. I'm trying to help. So yeah, that's the problem. This egotistical energy, the egomaniacal is the word I want to use, okay? And this always needing to be right and be in control. That's got to go, okay? So now, guys, I have a new deck I want to pull out here. These are the Power of Surrender cards. So I'm going to be using these quite often now in my twin flame readings, because it is a lot of the time, guys, it is what do we need to surrender to help ourselves to develop our spiritual journeys, to develop our to get to our higher selves, okay? So for the whole purpose of this reading, I'm going to get out some cards here. Hold on. I want to pull one. They are so slippery, guys. Literally, like they're almost falling out of my hands. Okay, so I want to pull one for Cancer. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. How about that? It's time for a relationship to shift. If it doesn't work, to try to fix someone else. It doesn't work, try to fix someone else, sorry. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. See that? Isn't that amazing? So Cancer, that is your message, our divine female. Now let's get a message for our divine male in the divine male, energy. Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Okay, so a little bit good and a little bit bad with that. So if he's overly focused on his own strengths, attractiveness, and power, then he's staying in ego energy, okay? But if he keeps his eyes to himself, trained to be on himself and work on himself and maybe purge these things out and work on just being concerned with the control he needs to take in his own life for himself, I think that would be helpful on his spiritual journey. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. That's going to do it for today. I would love all your suggestions, all your comments, all your likes, your sharing. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. It's growing, and it's all because of you guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my description box for my social media links. And I will see you guys on the next reading. Love and light to you all.